part 2 of frugal ways. Okay, so we did the underarm deodorant. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to tell you what else I do. So I have, I'm on OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, right? And I'm okay with that. I don't look gaunt. I don't look like I'm starving. My skin is good. My health is good. Like I'm doing okay, and I eat 1 meal a day. Okay, but there are times when you're my age and you're having to be frugal that you eat what you have. White bread, white rice, anything white will literally turn to sugar in your system. Don't believe me? Research it, right? So if you're eating a meal that's high in carbs or high in sugar, okay, this is my trick to maintain my weight. And I have maintained 130 pounds for 8 years now. And I was 200 pounds and I've maintained it. I don't have a lot. I do have some, but I don't have a lot of hanging skin. I do have a little bit of things that need to be tightened up a little bit, but I'm okay with that. But the big thing I want to tell you is that if you're eating a meal that's full of carbs, a lot of white bread, maybe even having cakes or cookies or desserts around Christmas holidays, around New Year's, everybody indulges, including me. I like a chocolate bar. However, if I have a chocolate bar during the day, okay, I know that it's going to give me a sugar spike, right? And I don't want to become diabetic. I have people that I know that are diabetic that have to take needles. Some of them don't take needles, but they're very, very cautious. And so what I want is I want to eliminate the need to have to take any type of insulin, okay? So a diet high in sugar is going to take you down that road, and I'm telling you, it's not a good road. I have witnessed people doing it. Okay, so my big thing, and I just got this the other day, I had ran out of it. But I went to the store and I found out that since I live in Canada, and so I shop at Loblaws in Canada. And in Loblaws, they have kind of catered now to the elderly people, to the students, to the single people, okay? And they're making like meat portions that are enough for a single person. They're selling certain products cheaper than they used to. And one of those products is ginger. Ginger. So I got this whole bag full, and it was full for $5. If you're purchasing 1 or 2 pieces of ginger, it'll take you $5-6, and that was what it was like before. But now for some reason it's in these bags, and it was $5. So this whole bag was full. So that basically is going to keep me for a couple of months, right? So I dehydrate it. Now, well, I shouldn't say a couple of months, because lately I've been really indulging in this. Okay, so I dehydrate them and I put them in a jar, and I literally dehydrate them like strings, right? And people say, oh, they taste horrible. No, they don't. No, they don't. Back in the day, I remember the old guys chewing tobacco. You know what I mean? So, not a big deal. And how many of you put a straw in your mouth and chew on a straw? Yeah, come on. Okay, anyway. So what I do is I dehydrate them. I cut them in thin slices, like French fry shapes, and I save these moisture absorbers, okay? I save them, and I save them, and I put one in with it. And then I'm able to store it. When it's full, I store it in the cupboard. Okay, so a whole bag of ginger for $5, right? And I don't even need to show you the math on that one, because think about it. How many of you have gone over and bought 1 or 2 pieces of ginger, right? For your cooking, just for spices, whatever it may be. It's a hell of a lot more expensive than 1 bag, yeah. But the benefits are unbelievable, because ginger will literally level out your sugars, okay? When you have that rise in that sugar spike, okay, the ginger will combat that. So it's a wonderful thing to use. And it also, if you're trying to quit smoking and you have dehydrated ginger, and I know because I used to smoke almost 2.5 packs a day 8 years ago when I had the stroke and the heart attack and the cancers. Never again will I go that route. Never, never. Can you imagine the chemicals that are in cigarettes? And I mean, I won't even use the chemicals in lipstick, and I love lipstick, right? So think about it. So I do use the ginger every day. I chew a piece every day, whether it's 1-2 slices. If I'm going for a walk, I'll take it with me, because if I start to feel nauseous or weak, I have my cayenne, and that's another product that I always buy, and I put it in a little container. And if I start to feel the funny feeling above my top lip, precursor to a stroke, I will take a little bit of cayenne. But if I start to feel weak, nauseous, I will take a piece of ginger. And I mean, if you're going on a flight, if you're on a plane, instead of going out and buying the products that you need to buy for air sickness or even seasickness, okay, instead of buying those products, you can make your own. Ginger, take it with you, and it truly, truly works. If you're air sick, if you're car sick, always carry ginger with you. So those are two of the things that I use religiously and are very, very frugal, okay? You can even make your own spice, ginger spice. Now, I buy my ginger in the packets because I can get 2 for $3 of ginger spice, but you can make your own. You can dehydrate it and crush it. I do have a pestle and a mortar pestle mortar that I use, and if I have tablets, I do take tablets if they do not have that binding solution in them, and I will crush them. I am opting for the drier products, the supplementation that I can open up and pour into something. So, but this is an important aspect to have at any point. You know, a bag of ginger. Listen, go over and buy a bag of ginger. $5. That's it. And it was full right to here. Seriously, this container was full right to the top of dehydrated ginger. I use it daily, so be aware of that. Next thing, one more thing I'm going to tell. Only one more thing on this video, and then we'll do the third part. So the next product that I buy, and I buy it from the East Indian store because their price is cheaper than the Loblaws. And I do buy gluten-free flour. It's called, I'm not really sure what it's Atta. Yeah, so I buy this, and I make my own crackers. I don't buy the crackers from the store. Occasionally I'll buy the seed crackers. They're good, and I buy them for a snack, but usually not. Usually I make my own crackers, and I eat them unbelievably fast, right? So this whole container was full of crackers the other day that I made. I use the gluten-free flour. These are the crackers. I'll try to find one that's not burnt. There. They have sesame seeds, they have Atta flour in them, and they have oregano. And these are good. Like, listen. Right? They're crispy inside. They're really good. Okay, so they have Atta flour, they have oregano, and oregano I use for chelation to get rid of any of the heavy metals that are in my body. So I use moringa, which I ran out of, but oregano is amazing. And I get 2 of these for $3 each, right? So $6, and it lasts me, well, it doesn't last me that long because I do a lot of cooking with it. So I can't say it lasts that long, but it's still a good price. I mean, $6 and I get 2 of them. And I do keep a stock of them, okay, because I use so much. So the gluten-free flour, I do the same thing. I put it in a container, and I put one of those little moisture absorbers that you get in, the Chinese noodles and those things. I save them. Every time I get one, I hang on to it because I have a lot of products that are in glass containers, mason jars in my cupboard. I don't choose to keep any products in plastic at all. So it all comes out when I bring it from the store, and it goes into glass, right? So gluten-free flour and oregano. And that goes into my crackers, okay? So sesame seeds, I do not, because I had a family member who had issues with their stomach where you had to worry about the little seeds that are in breads and things like that. I normally do not buy the sesame seeds and use them whole in my crackers. I usually ground them in my blender. I don't have a food processor, but I will take the sesame seeds and I will ground them, and then I will add them to my cracker mixture and make my gluten-free crackers. Okay, so those are the things that I use for my food. So I have my ginger. It lowers your sugars in your body. It helps to balance them out. So ginger is good. Ginger is also good for nausea. It's good for blood pressure problems. It helps to keep you on that balance, okay? And I utilize them every day. And gluten-free crackers that I make with a gluten-free flour called Atta that you can buy at any East Indian store. They have amazing products. You only need to look at the East Indian women and the men and look at their hair, their eye color, okay? The whites of their eye, their skin. And that will tell you that, you know what, they're doing something right. So I do get information from the East Indian woman at the store. She has beautiful, long, black, shiny, amazing hair. Absolutely every single. And I'm not snowing nobody. I don't need to do that shit. I'm telling the truth. East Indian women have the most beautiful skin textures. I haven't seen an East Indian woman that's overweight. I haven't. They all have beautiful hair. They all have smooth, silky hair and skin. You know, you can't beat it, right? So I do buy a lot of my products from there. The next video that I'm going to do is going to deal with skin issues. I do have skin cancer, and I battle it every day, and so that's going to be on the very next part of this video. So I'll see you shortly.